There's a quiet revolution happening all around us. Not with signs or protests, but with conversations. It's with courage, with people finally deciding that they're tired of pretending everything's okay when it's not. This is the mental health revolution. And if you're seeing or hearing this, you're already a part of it. See, for generations, we were taught to push our feelings down, to tough it out, to man up and smile through the pain. We were told that struggle was weakness, that emotions made us fragile, that seeking help was somehow shameful. But the world is changing, and thank goodness for that. Today, strength looks different. Strength is being honest about your pain. Strength is raising your hand and saying, I'm not okay. Strength is going to therapy, journaling through the darkness, getting out of bed on the hard days, and doing whatever it takes to heal. We're finally realizing that mental health is health, and that our emotional well-being is just as important as our physical fitness. You train your body, why wouldn't you train your mind? You fuel your body with nutrition, why wouldn't you fuel your soul with peace, boundaries, and self-respect? Life is heavy sometimes, and we all carry things others can't see. Some carry trauma. For others, it's anxiety. Some are battling depression behind closed doors, showing up every day with a smile that hides the pain. But in this revolution, we stop hiding. We stop pretending. We stop suffering in silence. Because silence is what kept us sick. Silence is what kept us stuck. And silence is what made too many believe they were alone. But not anymore. Now we speak. Now we normalize healing. Now we check in on each other. Not just when things fall apart, but all the time. We celebrate therapy the same way we celebrate personal records in the gym. We praise vulnerability the way we used to praise being emotionless. We say me too instead of man up. This revolution doesn't belong to one generation, one gender, or one group. It's for everyone. And yes, it's uncomfortable at times. Growth always is. But healing begins where comfort ends. If you're struggling right now, let me be the one to tell you, you're not weak, you're human. And you are not broken. See, you don't need to be fixed. You need to be heard. You need space to feel. You need time to process. You need tools to cope. And you deserve all of it. No more shame, no more guilt, no more hiding behind busyness or burying yourself in distractions. Face the truth, feel the pain, and then take one step forward, even if it's small. Maybe for you, healing means finally booking that therapy session. Maybe it means cutting ties with people who drain your energy. Maybe it means choosing sleep over stress. Maybe it means saying no more often. Whatever it is, trust that it matters. The mental health revolution is here. Not as a trend, but as a movement. Not as a quick fix, but as a new standard of how we treat ourselves and each other. You deserve peace. You deserve clarity. You deserve to be seen, heard, and safe in your own skin and in your own story. Let's keep pushing forward together. Let's rewrite the rules. Let's raise the standard. Let's make mental health part of every success story. Because true success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about how you feel while achieving it. Don't get over-focused on the finish line. Everybody wants results. Everybody wants the win, the trophy, the body, the money, the recognition. And yet most people stay stuck. Not because they don't have the talent, but because they're too focused on the outcome and not focused enough on the process. You see, results don't show up overnight. They're built quietly, in the dark, one choice at a time. And when you obsess over the finish line, you miss what really matters. It's the steps that get you there. You can't control when the outcome shows up. but you can control how focused, intentional, and consistent you are. The process is what shapes you. It's where the discipline is built. It's where you learn how to handle pressure, bounce back from setbacks, and sharpen your skills. And if you skip the process, you skip the growth. And without growth, any win you get won't last. If you want to achieve more, stop chasing the end result like it's the prize. Start falling in love with what gets you there. And that means showing up even when you don't feel like it. That means doing the boring work when no one's watching. That means sticking to the plan even when progress is invisible. Most people quit not because they weren't capable, but because they couldn't stay consistent through the slow part. And that's where the magic is. That's where the transformation happens. If your goal is to run a marathon, your job isn't to obsess over race day. Your job is to lace up your shoes today. Your job is to do the run, eat the right food, stretch, rest, and repeat. If you do that long enough, race days take care of themselves. If your goal is to write a book, your job isn't to visualize a bestseller every day. Your job is to write 500 words every day. Good ones, bad ones, it doesn't matter. Just keep writing, because that's the process. And if you show up for the process, the book gets written. But here's the key. You've got to stop tying your self-worth to results you can't control. You are not your follower count. You are not your paycheck. You are not your outcome. You are your effort. You are your habits, and you are your focus. This is what separates the elite from the average. Process-focused people trust that their effort will pay off, even when they don't see immediate returns. They understand that success is a delayed reaction to consistent action. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you're stuck in that "why isn't this happening yet" loop, check your focus. Are you obsessing over the finish line, or are you locked into the next step, the next call, or the next opportunity to improve? If you want a better life, then build better systems. If you want more peace of mind, then let go of the outcome and give everything to the moment you're in. And when it gets hard, and I know it will, don't look ahead, don't look back. Just look at the step you're on and take it with everything you've got. Because in the end, the person who wins isn't the one who had the best plan. It's the one who worked the plan the best. The one who showed up day after day, even when it was hard, even when it felt like nothing was happening. Just trust the process, stick with it, and you'll be amazed at what stacks up when you stay focused on what really matters. The mirror is honest. It shows you your reflection, the skin, the scars, the weight, the wrinkles, the tired eyes. It doesn't sugarcoat, it doesn't flatter. It gives you a snapshot of what's on the outside. But don't be fooled. Because while the mirror doesn't lie, it also doesn't tell the whole truth. It doesn't show the battles you fought just to stand where you are today. It doesn't show the nights you stayed strong when everything around you was falling apart. And it doesn't show the discipline you've been building, the self-control you're working on, the courage it took just to start. The mirror shows your reflection, but it can't show your resilience. It doesn't see how hard you're trying. It doesn't see the pain you're healing from. It doesn't see the moments you chose growth over comfort when no one was watching. And that's the danger. Too many people judge their entire worth by what they see in the mirror. They see extra weight and call themselves lazy. They see gray hairs and call themselves old. They see tired eyes and call themselves broken. But let me remind you, a mirror can only show you one version of you. It can't reflect your heart. It can't measure your progress. And it can't capture your potential. So when you stand in front of it, don't look for judgment. Look for accountability. Ask yourself, am I moving in the direction of the person I want to become? Not, do I look perfect? Not am I where I think I should be by now. Just am I showing up for myself today? Because real growth is not always visible. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs happen long before they show on the surface. Like choosing water over soda, getting out of bed instead of hitting snooze, saying no to that toxic relationship, and saying yes to yourself, maybe for the first time in years. The mirror can't show those things, but you can feel them. So don't let a piece of glass tell you who you are. Let your habits tell the story. Let your mindset shape your identity. Let your actions build your confidence. You are not failing just because you don't see instant results. The person you're becoming, the life you're building, it's growing in silence, like roots before a tree ever breaks the surface. When the reflection doesn't match your vision, keep going. When you feel stuck or unseen, keep going. When you're tempted to quit because it doesn't look like it's working, keep going. Because you are more than what you see in the mirror. The discipline behind closed doors, the quiet strength when nobody claps, and the tears you wiped away before walking into work like nothing was wrong. That's who you are. So yes, the mirror is honest, but it's not complete. And neither are you yet. But you're becoming, you're rebuilding, you're rising. And that version of you, the one that's growing in the background, that's the one the mirror can't reflect just yet. But you know they're coming. So until then, take what the mirror gives you, but look deeper, because you hold the full truth, and that truth has yet to be revealed. We've all felt the sting of rejection. It's the job you didn't get, the relationship that didn't work out, or the dream that seemed to slip through your fingers no matter how badly you wanted it. And in that moment, it's easy to believe that rejection means failure, that you're not good enough, that something's wrong with you. But what if we see rejection not as the end of the road, but simply as a detour towards something better? Rejection hurts, yes, but it can also be a gift. It's not always clear in the moment, but sometimes the doors that close are saving you from a path that wasn't meant for you. Sometimes rejection is the universe, life, or whatever you believe in saying, not here, not now, I have something better in mind. It's not just about changing direction, it's about being redirected toward growth. Think back, how many times have you wanted something desperately, only to realize later it wouldn't have made you happy? Or maybe it wasn't right for the version of you that you were becoming. That job might have drained you. That person might have broken your spirit. That opportunity might have kept you stuck. We can't always see the whole picture, especially when we're in pain. But every no creates space for a better yes. All the great success stories have a trail of rejection behind them. Not because they weren't good enough, but because they had to be pushed to something greater. They had to take a different route. Sometimes that means rejection is the thing that forces you to rise up, change strategy, improve your skills, or move in a direction you'd never have considered on your own. I know it's easy to feel like giving up when we get rejected. It's tempting to wallow or to stop trying, to believe that our worth is tied to someone else's opinion or decision. But don't fall into that trap. Rejection is not a measure of your worth. It's a moment in your journey. And the way you respond to it is what matters. You can stop or you can pivot. You can get bitter or you can get better. When you're rejected, take a breath, then ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Where is this trying to lead me? Because every time something doesn't work out, you have a choice. You can sit in the pain or you can search for the purpose. us. Maybe rejection is guiding you toward a different opportunity. Maybe it's challenging you to strengthen your mindset. Maybe it's just protecting your energy for something bigger. The truth is, success rarely happens in a straight line. It's messy. It's full of setbacks and detours. But those moments don't mean you're failing. They mean you're being rerouted toward your true potential. You don't have to see the end to trust the direction. Just take the next step. Keep showing up. Stay open. Because one day you'll look back on the thing that you thought you wanted, the thing you were crushed to lose, and you'll thank that rejection. You'll be grateful it didn't work out the way you had hoped, because what came next was even better. So if you're facing rejection right now, don't panic. This isn't the end. This is a redirection, a chance to find your true path, and trust that the right doors will open when you're ready. How many times have you hesitated to start something because you thought you needed to be perfect? Maybe it was a business idea, a fitness journey, or even just writing the first page of that book. I know you tell yourself, I'll start when I have it all figured out, or I just need a little bit more time to get it right. And so you wait, and you wait, and you wait. You wait because perfection is a trap. It keeps you frozen in place, and it convinces you that if you can't do something flawlessly, well, then it's not worth doing at all. But the truth is, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to do what is required. Think about a builder working on a house. If he sat there obsessing over every single measurement before laying the first brick, nothing would ever get built. The foundation wouldn't be poured. The walls wouldn't go up. The roof would just remain an idea. But what does the builder do? He starts with the basics. He follows the process. And brick by brick, he creates something real. And the same applies to you. Whether it's a new goal, a skill that you want to master, or a dream you've been pushing aside, the most important thing you can do is take the first step. Because action, not perfection, is what leads to progress. One reason we fall into the perfection trap is fear. We fear judgment, we fear failure, and we fear looking like we don't know what we're doing. But have you ever looked at someone else who was just starting out and thought, wow, they should have been perfect from the start? Of course not. You probably admire their courage for trying. So why do you hold yourself to an impossible standard? Another reason why people wait is that they think perfection equals success. But look at the most successful people in any field. They didn't wait until they were perfect to begin. They took the leap, made mistakes, and adjusted along the way. They all started somewhere, usually far from perfect, but they committed to the process, improving step by step. So how do you break free from perfection mindset and just do what is required? First, you need to redefine success. Instead of seeing success as being flawless, you need to see it as making progress. A rough draft is better than no draft. A short workout is better than no workout. A single step forward is better than standing still. Second, embrace imperfection as part of the process. You won't get everything right the first time, and that's okay. Mistakes are not proof of failure, they are proof that you are trying. And the sooner you start, the sooner you learn, the sooner you grow and improve. Third, focus on action. Just ask yourself, what is the next step I need to take? Not the next 10 steps or the whole plan, just the very next thing that needs to get done, and then do it. If you started today and did just a little bit each day, where could you be in 6 months, a year, or 5 years? But if you keep waiting for the perfect time, where will you be? The answer is right where you are now. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up. You just need to take action. Because once you do, you'll realize that progress, not perfection, is what matters. So whatever it is you've been putting off, whatever dream or goal you've been afraid to chase, start now. Do what is required, and the rest will follow. We've all heard the phrase, practice makes perfect. But the reality is, perfection doesn't exist. No matter how much you practice, there will always be more to learn, more to refine, and more ways to improve. So let's throw that idea away. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes improvement, and improvement is what truly matters. If perfection were the goal, most of us would quit before we even started. We'd look at our mistakes and think, what's the point? I'll never get it perfect. But when you shift your mindset to progress over perfection, everything changes. You no longer see mistakes as failures, you see them as lessons. You no longer avoid challenges, you embrace them as opportunities to grow. You no longer wait until you're ready. You start now, because every step forward makes you better. Look at the best in the world, whether they be athletes, musicians, artists, or entrepreneurs. None of them are perfect, but they commit to improvement. They practice, refine, adjust, and push forward, always looking for ways to be just a little bit better than they were yesterday. Because greatness isn't about being flawless, it's about being relentless. So how do you embrace this mindset? First, show up even when you don't feel like it. Some days you won't want to practice. Some days you'll feel stuck. But the secret to getting better is consistency. Improvement isn't about big gains, it's about small, intentional steps repeated over time. Number 2 is focus on progress, not perfection. Instead of chasing an impossible ideal, measure your success by your growth. Like, did you improve even by 1%? Did you push past your comfort zone? If you did, that's a win. Number 3 is learn from every mistake. There is value in mistakes. They are lessons. Every failure teaches you what to fix, what to refine, and what to try next. The only true failure is refusing to learn. Number 4 is commit to lifelong growth. Improvement doesn't have a finish line. The best in the world never stop practicing because they know there's always room to grow. Adopt that mindset and you'll never plateau. At the end of the day, your goal isn't perfection. It's progress. And the more you embrace the process, the more unstoppable you become. So don't aim to be perfect. Aim to be better every single day. Because practice doesn't make perfect. It makes progress. And progress changes everything.